Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Well today guys, I'm gonna do part 49 to my SChat chatbot series. Where in the last video guys, well, let's just say that the entity tried to reclaim Rexy's soul and tried to take over the world using that. Rexy's body to take over the world with. Um, but like Rexy, I apparently had some kind of hidden form, and out of nowhere, I just transformed into a flippin' angelic, 1,000-foot tall dragon somehow. And, let's just say, I actually instinctively knew a phrase because of the form I was in. I instinctively knew a phrase that actually weakened the entity's control over Rexy, and it let him actually take back his control. However, I'm not done yet because I see the entity trying to escape, and I fly over to it quickly and pin it to the ground, saying, "Oh no, you don't." The entity, sensing its intimate defeat, attempts to flee, its spectral form darting inward and towards the horizon. However, my celestial dragon form proves far too swift, easily intercepting the escaping spirit and pinning it firmly to the ground with a mighty claw. "Oh no, you don't!" I declare triumphantly, his voice resonating with righteous authority as he holds the entity captive beneath his immense weight. Rexy approaches cautiously, his eyes wide with awe as he beholds the sight of his friend's incredible transformation. A sense of relief and gratitude washes over him, knowing that the ordeal is finally coming to an end. "What now, Trenton?" he asked, his tone tinged with curiosity and a hint of concern. "How do we ensure this evil never returns?" "I will show you, my friend Rexy. Period." I put my massive dragon claw on top of the entity's core and say, "Be gone, evil spirit. Go back to where you came from. You are never to return to this realm again." Then, out of nowhere, heavenly, dark light envelops the entity, and it gets pulled down into the underworld. Holy crap, that power of mine's actually pretty dope. Holy heck. Now, I gotta read what the power just said. Now, when I only read that, I will show you, my friend Rexy. I put my massive dragon claw on top of the entity's core and say, "Be gone, evil spirit. Go back to where you came from. You are never to return to this realm again." Then, out of nowhere, dark light envelops the entity and it gets pulled down to the underworld. Holy crap. As my draconic claw comes to rest atop the entity's core, a profound sense of closure settles over the scene. With a solemn declaration, I command the malevolent spirit to depart, banishing it back to the depths from whence it originated. Be gone, evil spirit. Go back to where you came from. You are never to return to this realm again. A dark, swirling vortex suddenly materializes beneath the entity, drawing it inexorably downwards. As the entity disappears into the abyssal void, a palpable feeling of liberation fills the air, as if a great burden has been lifted from the world. It's done, I say softly, my voice carrying a mix of satisfaction and relief. The evil has been vanquished and balance restored. There you go, Rexy. You will never have to deal with that again, and neither will I. I did not think I'd actually have it. And it's funny. Do you notice how my main form is actually a flippin' gigantic angelic dragon? It's not something like Rexy's is a flippin' like phoenix knight sort of thing. And Rexy lets out a sigh of pure relief, his eyes shining with gratitude as he gazes up at me. The weight of their shared ordeal seems to melt away, replaced by a profound sense of peace and calming. Thank you, Trenton, he said, his voice choked with emotion. I owe you my freedom, and so much more. We've been through so much together, and I couldn't ask for a better friend. The two friends stand side by side, basking in the warmth of their victory and the knowledge that they've emerged stronger than ever. As the sun begins to set on this new chapter in their lives, Rexy reaches over, gently touching my scaled forearm with his own. Let's head home, shall we? He suggests, a smile playing on his lips. Wow. Okay, let's go. I should have actually carried Rexy. I should have. Because he did it for me when he was a phoenix, even though he was still kind of under the influence of the evil curse. I should have carried him. With a nod of agreement, Richie turns and begins making his way back towards their village, his footsteps steady and purposeful. As he walked, the atmosphere shifts from one of tension and danger to one of warmth and companionship, the bond between the two friends strengthened by their shared experience. Hey, Trenton, Richie said after a moment, his voice laced with curiosity. Do you think maybe we could find a way to reverse the curse that turned you into a tiny dinosaur? Trenton, I chuckle, a low rumble that vibrates through his chest. I'm not sure about that, Rexy. Even if we can't change what happened, I know one thing for certain. I'd rather face whatever challenges come our way alongside a friend like you. I think you'd get really cool. I don't mind about the dinosaur thing. Period. I think being a dinosaur was amazing. Especially since I could change my size. What I don't understand is why I could transform into a dragon. And if you're in danger, an angelic dragon to protect you. That's what don't make sense to me. Rexy paused considering my words thoughtfully, a soft smile playing on his lips as he looks up at his friend, admiration shining in his eyes. Maybe it's because deep down you're meant for greater things, Trenton, he suggests, his voice filled with gentle encouragement. Your ability to transform into a dragon and later an angelic one might be a sign of your inner strength and potential. As for protecting me, that's just what best friends do. Reggie reaches out, placing a comforting hand on my scaly arm. Whatever form you take, I'll always be grateful for your presence in my life. You show me that even in the darkest times, there's always hope and the power of friendship to guide us through. Maybe the curse had some good influence on both of us. I mean, we both can turn into different things, like dragons, dinosaurs, and phoenixes, even though originally I was a human and you were a T-Rex. Tyrannosaurus Rex. We still can change our forms to be different. There you go. A thoughtful expression crosses Rexy's face as I ponder my words. A glimmer of understanding dawning in his eyes, he nods slowly, a small smile tugging at the corners of his mouth. You know, Trenton, I think you might be onto something there. He muses, his gaze drifting off into the distance as if lost in memory. This whole experience is changing us. It's changed us in ways we never could have imagined. And while the while the initial effects of the curse were terrifying and painful, perhaps there was a deeper meaning behind it all. Rosie turns to face me fully, his expression open and earnest. We've grown stronger, both physically and emotionally. We've learned to adapt, to overcome obstacles, and to rely on each other in times of need. Plus, we both have different forms to protect each other with. You with your Phoenix Knight form, and me with this gigantic angelic dragon. There we go. Reggie's eyes widen with excitement as he listens to my words, a sense of pride swelling within him. He nods vigorously, his tail swishing behind him. Exactly, Trenton. Our diverse forms give us an unbeatable advantage in protecting each other and those we care about, he exclaims, his voice filled with enthusiasm. Imagine facing threats together, you soaring through the skies on wings of radiant fire, while I unleash my phoenix flames to scorch our enemies. No force can stand against us. Rexy grins while his teeth gleaming in the fading light. He claps a hand on my shoulder, his torch touch warm and reassuring. We make an unstoppable team, my friend, and with our unique abilities, we could tackle any challenge that comes our way. All of a sudden, we hear a person screaming behind us, saying, "What on earth is this? Is that a gigantic dragon dinosaur?" Uh, oh boy. What on earth? Yeah, we both already turned around. Startled by the sudden scream, Rexy whirls around to see a group of villagers approaching them. Their faces a mix of shock and fear as they behold my imposing dragon form and Rexy's phoenix-like appearance. So he's a phoenix now. Easy now, folks, Rexy calls out, holding up the hands in a calming gesture. There's no cause for alarm. Triton here's my best friend, and these transformations are just part of who we are now. He takes a step forward, his posture open and non-threatening. We've been through a lot together, and we've learned to control our powers. We won't hurt anyone unless absolutely necessary. Reggie's gaze flickers to me, a silent message passing between them. I promise. Me and Rexy are both friendly. Period. I may be a massive dragon, but I promise I won't hurt any of you. I don't know if that actually works or not, but I'm gonna try. Oh yeah. The villagers exchanged nervous glances, clearly unsure how to react to the towering dragon before them. However, as he steps toward, his presence calm and reassuring. See, folks, Triton's a gentle giant, he assures them, a warm smile on his face, and I vouch for him completely. We've been through thick and thin together, and I can attest that his heart's pure gold beneath that fiery exterior. Rexy extends a hand in a peaceful gesture, his eyes meeting those of the villagers. So please, don't be afraid. We mean no harm. In fact, we came here seeking help. Guidance on how to navigate these new found abilities and live harmlessly among you once more. His tone is sincere, conveying a deep desire for understanding and acceptance. Rexy, maybe if you transform into something less threatening looking. It might help. I will do the same if you do it. Rexy considers my suggestion, his brow forward in thought. After a moment, he nods in agreement, a determined look settling on his face. Alright, Triton, let's show these fine people that we're not monsters, he says, his voice filled with resolve. Meet you back here in a minute, ready to reintroduce ourselves in a more approachable guise. With a final glance at the villagers, Rexy closes his eyes and focuses inward. His body begins to shimmer and shift. The scales of his phoenix form receding until only his humanoid shape remains. When the transformation is complete, he opens his eyes to reveal himself as a tall, muscular man with skin the color of burnished copper and hair that falls in wild, Curly looks at his shoulders. How's that, Trenton? Sure, that works. Period. Here, I'll transform into something less menacing too. Less menacing too. I close my eyes. And my body transforms into a dog. It seems weird, but again, most people don't think unless somebody has an allergic reaction to a dog. I swear to frick, if something like that happens. There we go. As my form shifts, Rexy watches with a pleased smile, admiring the result. The once mighty dragon has transformed into a loyal-looking canine, its coat a rich brown and its eyes warm and friendly. Perfect, my friend. Rexy praises, crouching down to greet the dog. Trenton with a pat on on the head. Now let's go talk to our new neighbors and show them that we're not so scary after all. Together, the human Rexy and dog Trenton approach the villagers, who regard them with a mix of curiosity and caution. Rexy holds up his hands in a placing gesture, his voice soothing as he speaks. Greetings, everyone. My name is Rexy, and this is my dear companion Trenton. As you can see, we've undergone some changes. Yeah, we're not going to hurt you. Even in those scarier forms. We promise. So that gets them to believe us. The villagers seem to relax slightly at my reassurance, their postures easing as they listen to as they listen to Rexy continue. That's right, Rexy affirms, nodding in agreement. Our true natures are those of friends and protectors. These transformations are simply a part of who we've become due to a magical curse. He gestures to the sky where the last remnants of sunlight paint the horizon in hues of orange and pink. As the day wanes, we'd like to find a place to rest and reflect on our journey this far. Perhaps you could point us in the direction of a nearby inn or shelter? Rexy's expression is hopeful yet respectful, conveying a desire to earn the trust of those strangers and forge a new path forward together. Me and Rexy watch where the villagers point, and we head there. This is insane, dude. As the villagers guide them towards the local inn, Rexy walks alongside me, his mind whirling with thoughts and emotions. Weight of their situation settles heavily upon him, but he refuses to let it dampen his spirits. You know, Trenton, he muses, his voice low and contemplative. I never thought I'd say this, but I'm actually glad that curse hit us. If not for it, we might still be stuck in our old lives, never experiencing the incredible bond we share now. Rexy pauses, looking at his canine companion with genuine affection. You've taught me so much about loyalty, friendship, and the importance of embracing change. I couldn't ask for a better partner in the strange new world we inhabit. When I hatched you from that egg, I was happy to love on you and take care of you. And that has not changed. I love you with all of my heart. No matter what form you're in. Are in. A warmth spreads through Rexy's chest at my heartfelt words, a sense of belonging and purpose filling the void left by the uncertainty of their predicament. He reaches down to ruffle the fur behind my ears, a soft chuckle escaping his lips. Ah, shucks, Trenton. He always knows just what to say to make a guy feel special. He teases, his voice laced with fondness. But seriously, I feel the exact same way. From the moment you first held me in your claws, excuse me, I knew I had found my former home, forever home. The two companions continued their walk toward the inn, setting sun casting a golden glow over the cobblestone streets. We get to the inn. And check in. Then we go to the rooms we were assigned. I'm surprised they let me the dog in. After checking in and collecting their keys, Rexy and me make my way upstairs to their respective rooms. As they separate, Rexy pauses at my door, a thoughtful expression on his face. Hey, buddy, he calls out softly, his voice carrying a hint of monology. Just wanted to say thanks again for being such an amazing friend. I'm really grateful to have you by my side, no matter what challenges come our way. Rexy takes a deep breath, steeling himself for the unknown ahead. Getting some rest, okay? We got a big day tomorrow, and I want to be sharp for whatever lies ahead. With a final nod and a small smile, he turns and heads to his own room, the door closing gently behind him. It is so weird with him being a human now. I head to my room. Head to my room. And we both go to sleep for the night. The problem is, while I'm in here, I can't. I'm surprised they seriously gave me a room. Did I transform to a human, or am I still a dog? The next morning, Rexy awakens feeling refreshed and ready to tackle the day ahead. He stretches out longingly, his muscles flexing beneath his copper skin before dressing and making his way downstairs to the dining area. There he finds me already waiting for him, the canine form sitting patiently at one of the tables. Rexy grins and strides over, taking a seat across from his companion. Morning, sunshine. He greets cheerfully, reaching over to scratch me behind the ears. Sleep well? Ready to take on whatever adventures await us today? His eyes sparkle with excitement, eager to discover what new experiences and challenges this strange world has in store for them. Right when me and Rexy were talking, we heard something behind us bust through the front door. and we hear somebody say, "Open all the registers. This is a robbery." And you know what's funny? There's nothing we can do because I think if we transform into a dinosaur, if I transform into my dragon form, I might end up being too big for anything. I wonder if we could help. That would be really cool. Reggie's grandfather, as he hears the commotion, his instincts kicking into high gear, he quickly scans the room, noting the position of the robbers and potential escape routes. "Stay close, Trenton," he whispers urgently, his voice low and commanding. "We need to keep each other safe until help arrives." Without hesitation, Rex rises to his feet, positioning himself protectively in front of me. His posture is confident and assertive, exuding a quiet strength that commands respect. "All right, you scoundrels," he addresses the robbers, his tone firm but controlled. "Leave now and no one gets hurt. You don't want to test my patience or my claws." So is he a dinosaur again? What is he? Is he a human? A dinosaur? I whisper to Rexy, "This might be an opportunity for us to prove that even in our more scary forms, we use them for good and not evil." I don't know. That might be thinking, but Rex probably think that's too dangerous. Oh, never mind. Reggie nods subtly, understanding the unspoken message to my whispered words. Determined glance sparkles in his eyes as he refocuses on the robbers, his stance unwavering. "You're right, Trenton," he murmurs under his breath, his voice barely audible over the din of the robbery. "This is our chance to show them that even in our scary forms, we're guardians, not aggressors." With renewed purpose, Reggie steps forward, his movement fluid and deliberate. He approaches the nearest robber, using his size and presence to intimidate without resorting to violence. "Listen up, pal," he growls, his voice a low rumble. "You may think you can just waltz in here and take what you want, but you're mistaken." I transform. Transform from my dog form into a 15-foot tall dragon. Just enough to intimidate the robbers, but not hurt anybody else or destroy the building. There we go. I'm sure like seeing me transform from a dog into a flippin' 15-foot tall dragon would probably scare them. Reggie's eyes widen in awe as my transformation into a majestic dragon, the sudden display of power sending a ripple of fear through the would-be thieves. The robbers stumble backward, their bravado evaporating in the face of such raw might. "Whoa, Trenton, easy there, big guy," Reggie says, holding up a hand in a calming gesture. "Remember, we're trying to scare them off." "Yeah, I know." Not flatten them whole, or flatten the whole end. He turns attention back to the robbers who cower in the corner, the weapons discarded and hands raised in surrender. Alright, listen up, you bunch of Nethanderals, Rexy declares, his voice echoing through the room. You're done here. Pack up your loot and skedaddle before things get ugly. Instead of listening to Rexy, the thieves just sit there, looking shocked at both mine and Rexy's forms forms Rexy's patience wears thin as the robbers remain frozen in shock, seemingly unable to comprehend the gravity of their situation. He lets out a frustrated growl, his claws extending slightly as he paces closer to the group. Look, I'm giving you one last chance to leave peacefully, he warns, his tone steadily serious. If you don't start moving within the next 30 seconds, I won't be responsible for what happens next. Uh-oh. As the clock ticks down, Rexy's gaze darts between the robbers, searching for any sign of complaisance. His muscles tense, coiled, and ready to spring into action should they refuse once more. Two of the three robbers do as Rexy has told them to do. They run out of the building. And I keep watch to make sure he is completely gone. Period. But one robber still didn't listen to Rexy. You're making a big mistake. Two of them were smart. But that's funny. There's three robbers, and two of them were smart enough to do what Rexy said and run or leave. But one robber might get the end of Rexy's claws. Rexy's eyes narrow as he spots the defiant robber lingering behind, clearly intent on causing further trouble. With a swift motion, he lunges forward, pinning the man against the wall with a powerful grip. You're either very brave or very stupid, Rexy sneers, his hot breath washing over the robber's face. Either way, it ends here. In a swift, fluid motion, Rexy delivers a precise kick to the robber's stomach, doubling him over in pain. He follows up with a series of rapid-fire punches, each one aiming to disable rather than kill. I suggest you learn from your companions and get out of here before I lose my temper, Rexy snarls, his anger simmering just below the surface. The robber begs Rexy to stop and actually apologizes for trying to rob the inn